Yesterday, I met a police officer, I think possibly is just out of Hendon. He was with another police officer, and this is at a pelican crossing. And the police officer was telling the other one that on the box for the pelican crossing is another button, as well as the button that you press to, because you want to cross the road. There is another button which, if you press, changes the light from the green, changes the red man to green man straight away. He says it's for blind people so they can cross the road straight away. Perhaps I'm being a bit naive here, because although I understand blind people have need an accessible way to know when the man is green because they can't see it, like they have the sound alerts. I couldn't see why they would need to cross the road sooner than anyone else. That's not being naive. And the police officer, I said, because I overheard this, and I said to the police officer, "Oh, well, that's interesting. Like, how does it work?" And he said we have to press the ordinary button first, and he pressed the button, and then he pressed this little knob. Not that sort of knob. He touched the knob. He pressed this knob that's underneath the box, and it didn't change. It didn't work. It didn't change the red man to green straight away. I was thinking, well, if it did, it would be a bit stupid. It'd be dangerous, because if if you're a driver and the lights had just been green, like this, the lights just changed to green to yourself as a driver, and you start driving. If 1 or 2 seconds later, just 1 or 2 seconds later, someone has pressed this knob to change the light again, so for the pedestrian, the man is green instead of red, then the driver might not see, because it might not be looking at the lights, because he or she is concentrating on driving forward, the lights having just changed in their favour, and they're not expecting it to change again so soon, so they might run someone over. And I thought also, well, because it's not worked, so perhaps it's to do with something else. Perhaps it's a tactile indicator to someone that is not just blind but also deaf. So I thought I'd take a closer look at this knob. Yeah, get a close look at a knob, that's my excuse. And yeah, so I'm going to go and do that. There's a pedestrian crossing down the road. I'm going to go and see if it's got a knob on it and see how it works. Oh God, siren, la 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 la. Oh shit. Oh, I'm sensitive to sound. La la la. Go away, shut up. La 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 la. Go away. Go. I've got sensory integration disorder as part of having Asperger's syndrome. Oh, that's better. I'm at a pelican crossing. This is the button to press for the green man, and here is the knob that the police officer thought changes. Oh God, this kid's driving me mad. Hold on a minute. Oh shit. Oh God. La 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 la. Hold on. Oh dear. Why is it when you're just going to do a video you have to put your fingers over your ears? Sorry, I'm just sensitive to sound. Sorry. I've got sensory integration disorder, so I'm sensitive to sound. Don't take offence. Right. Okay. Let's try and do that again. Right. I have stuck on a little leaf on the knob with sellotape, so it makes it easier for you to see that it turns around. The man is currently red. The button is being pressed because it's got the light on. Now when the man goes green, oh, there you go. That is now turning around. And now it's stopped, and it stopped. The line's gone back for red, and it stopped. I'll take it off again. Take it off. Right, so Mr. Oh jeez, there's all this noise! Mr. Police Officer, just out of Hendon. It's nothing whatsoever to do with changing the man to green straight away. Like, I don't understand why a blind person would need to change the man to green any sooner than anybody else. I think someone's just been selling you a bit of a story there, winding you up. You're just out of Hendon. And for those of you that don't know what I'm talking about when I say just out of Hendon, it's in Hendon there is a police training college, and in London, well probably in England, we have this saying that he or she is just out of Hendon when we're talking about a police officer, when we think either they're being a bit naive or they're being a bit of a job's worth, and they're being a bit of a job's worth because they're newly a police officer. We say, oh, they're just out of Hendon. So I think this police officer, for his naivety, was just out of Hendon.